I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Here we go. It is the Thursday KVJ After the Show podcast. One day to the old weekend. Going to be a lovely weekend of that. Looks like the rain chance is going to be down a little bit, too.
I love it.
Nice. Yeah, it's been, man, we went from drought to just really not drought. It was very wet this week, so it'd be nice to see a little bit more sunshine than we see rain. Please. And boy, the humidity's back in a big way.
It is. Oh, it is sticky summer.
Yeah, crazy. That's crazy.
Bad for the hair, bad for the balls.
Bad for your balls?
Bad for your ball hair.
It's just bad in general.
Yeah.
Does your ball hair get more frizzy?
Yeah, I know. I gotta use a flat iron.
Be careful.
Oh, I know.
You don't want to burn a nut. No one likes toasted nuts.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Rain chances. I was checking out on Sunday, as I'd mentioned in the regular show. My daughter got me tickets to Post Malone for Sunday, along with my mother-in-law, who chipped in, thanks to her.
Is this going to be at Hard Rock Live?
It's at Hard Rock Stadium.
Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah, the big boys. Ooh. Yeah, they're too big to play Hard Rock Live. I think Hard Rock Live's 7,000.
Yeah, it is small.
They could piss that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going for the stadium, so I don't know how they are filling it. We keep running commercials for it, which lends me to believe it's not filled yet.
Well, it's a stadium.
It is, yeah. But you got Jelly Roll and you got Post Malone.
Is that always the case, or is there times where they just might want to just get hype around the event and they like they're not? It's not a lack of ticket sale. They're just maybe getting the name of the stadium out and the name of the brand out. Mm-hmm. Or does that usually mean you ain't selling?
Not your tell, because at that point you're just spending money you don't need to, and they wouldn't do that. So now they're trying to spend money to make money back in ticket sales. So when you hit that mark and we don't need to, yeah, they're not as worried about branding, because you'll find out the brand when you're trying to find your favorite artist playing in town.
I love it.
Yeah. So it
I
looks
can't
like,
wait to see your videos.
Yeah,
you better post a bunch of fun stuff. I want to see everything.
Well, it happened yesterday. I didn't have a chance to really jump in on it, but I do remember that it's some select spots, and it just so happens Miami and South Florida is one of them, that they've got a whole festival going on outside the stadium all day long.
Wow.
Leading up to the show. So if I can convince the queen, then maybe we'll go earlier in the day. I don't know, because she runs out of gas pretty quick. So I might have to find a sleep pod for her to take a nap somewhere.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to work this out, because it doesn't seem like there's random sleep pods too close to a Hard Rock Stadium.
Well, they are. They're called a hotel room.
Yeah, even then, they really don't have a lot of good hotels. That's the one thing about Hard Rock Stadium is, where it is there in Miami Gardens, there's not a lot around it.
Well, I saw a video of her sleeping at Weezer, so maybe she don't need that nice of accommodation.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, she slept almost all the way through Weezer, and then that was the whole concern. And then I said, hey, we're going into, what could be more concerts in these 3 weeks than we'll see for the entire rest of the year. And then for the Sam Hunt on Saturday at Hard Rock Live, she was good. She was up. So she had one bad showing. She had one good showing. Now this is kind of the rubber match.
So now is that kind of what you decide on, what concerts to get? Will the Queen fall asleep during this show?
All these factors you got to work in. Yeah. It's all the stuff I got to work in. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm encouraged. I'm excited to get there. Big fan of Post Malone. I like Jelly Roll, too. He does some really good stuff. And so it'll be a fun day. I did see, too, that Jake Owen, he is the country star from Vero Beach. It's been a while since he's had massive hits, but, around 2014, all that, he was cranking them out. He is going to be coming to, I think, Financial Amphitheater with Dirty Heads, which I thought that was kind of interesting, that, because they're kind of more of a beach rock kind of group, but he's kind of almost like a beach country artist.
Okay, so that does work.
It does, yeah, because you got Kenny Chesney and Zach Brown Band and some of these groups that they have kind of a tropical vibe to their country stylings.
And I think you're seeing a lot more of hybriding going on, even at concerts and on bills.
Yeah. Well, I would tell you honestly, with a lot of the songs today, there's not really that much difference from some of the country songs that are out there. They really, some of them are not very twangy, and I'd imagine if you're a diehard country fan that likes the old school stuff, I can see why you're upset, because it to me wouldn't qualify as country.
Well, because it's different music. It's not what you like. You prefer older kind of. I'm saying the universal country
but they
fan.
want the real twangy. They want the topics
that's what they like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you are an old school traditional country fan, you don't want to hear "Don't chow on the pontoon, fuck yeah."
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of it out there that is, and somebody said, yacht rock. It's almost yacht rockish, some of the stuff they do now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love me some yacht rock, as you know.
Yeah, your boy Morgan Wallen with his 7 Summers and songs like that, he's kind of gone a little yacht rockish.
7 Summers to me, and I some people don't know what song I'm talking about. That song sounds like that could have come out of 1978.
Yeah,
easily.
Mm-hmm. So they're taking some liberties with the old traditional country. So yeah, so that's to put that on your radar if that be your thing. I think I might hopefully go to that show too. We'll see. That's during football season though, so things get a little bit different that time of year.
Yes, Kevin puts that football priority.
Oh yeah, you do. That's my thing. So it's gonna be here before you know it. Well, there's a couple comments from today's regular show. One from the KVJ court of the mom who was breastfeeding on her Instagram, posted about 1 photo a week, getting amazing numbers on it. But her husband is like, okay, enough's enough, chasing them clicks. And David had a thought. He said, well, if he is a good-looking guy with a well-toned body, he needs to start posting photos of himself on the gram for views and likes and see how she likes it. I don't know if that would
when you get into a spite war with your wife, things are gonna always go great.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Spite war at home.
Yeah.
When you're going tit for tit, it's not good.
Tate for tate.
And then Ryan's got a thought about a makeup or breakup email we had from today, where she gets on a plane and her boyfriend and his brothers had been upgraded by their mom that's in the travel industry, and she had to sit all the way back still in economy while they went up to first class, basically, for a 14-hour flight. She wasn't real thrilled about it. She's like, and I think this is just all I needed to see. And Ryan said, you know what? Flip the script. How come she was not excited and happy that her boyfriend got an upgrade for a long flight? She sounds selfish to me.
Oh, Lord. That guy's undateable.
Okay.
Which one?
The one that wrote in. And the one on the plane.
Yeah, they're all.
Fuck them both.
Dump them all.
The one that wrote in's mad that there's not a men's night.
Dump them all and go lesbian.
Well, let's not listen to a gender war.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Okay.
And Gina with some thoughts on an email that we got where somebody's a caretaker for their father who has the Costco membership. She went in to use it to buy his supplies and I guess did not receive a warm welcome from the Costco employee.
They wouldn't let her buy it. They said she was like stealing identity because the card with his name on it was not matching her card. It all has to match and be the same individual with the membership and the EBT card.
Yeah, and that's really kind of what Gina's saying here. She said, the name on the payment method must match the name on the Costco card being used. Last names don't count. This has been a rule for over 20 years. And I ran into this all the way back in high school. I share a membership with my husband, and when he tried to use his credit card with my membership card to get gas, it didn't work, although we are both on the same membership. So I suggest using cash if this is an issue, or a workaround using a friend's membership.
And Costco and anybody that deals with this, they probably have seen so many scammers. They're jaded. They're not going to believe people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Heidi had said, you do have every right to contact corporate and, make your comments about that, but I understand them trying to be vigilant, but you don't have to be rude and ugly to your customers. And you're right, even if they don't match. And who knows what the energy was like I've seen it go both ways. And sometimes you could have a customer that just pushes it so much and is so nasty with you that maybe your energy breaks down a bit and you know, take a tone that you shouldn't.
The whole world could use a little politeness in bulk.
Yeah, that's the one thing God bless some of these people in retail because some people are so nasty to them. And what is your breaking point?
I mean, it does go both ways. We've all seen or been in a situation where you're buying something and the person you're buying it from is being an asshole to you and they're not being very nice. But also, too, in the service industry, people are so rude and so dicky and so... It can be such a thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
And they can get jaded.
And you're right. People can get jaded.
And it sucks because, you know, you're jaded because you dealt with 3 assholes, but then somebody comes in and they want to be nice, but they get all the emotional baggage from the assholes that were in there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ever have that where you're buying something and you feel like you're putting the person ringing you out, you're fucking up their day.
Yep.
Because you just want to go and buy some shit.
I was sending my mom back to Texas because we can't do connecting flights with her. She was in a wheelchair, so I had to go down to the Fort Lauderdale airport, which I hate. And I put her in the wheelchair. We got all that done. It took me an hour from the time we parked the car to the time we got her through TSA. So she's in the wheelchair. She's leaving. And I'm like, I need to go just sit in this restaurant over here and decompress from Linda for a second. And it could not have been a meaner waitress that told me I couldn't sit in that area. I had to go sit in the other area. So I got up and moved to the other area. And then she told me that they only had like 2 or 3 things on the menu and everything I wanted wasn't on the menu. She was so mad.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to sit and decompress from my mother. And I was being yelled at. And I'm like, what did I do besides just live?
That's why when it really does stand out, and I didn't understand what was happening, but I was noticing people being polite at times. I go, wow, that was so nice of them to be polite. And I go, why am I so surprised and shocked someone was being polite and nice? And I go, because it rarely happens now.
You're right.
When it does happen, it stands out.
The workforce in some places is fucked right now.
Yeah, it is. There is kind of a mess, and it's going to take probably many years to sort itself out as I see more change coming before I see any kind of leveling off.
I notice politeness, and I love it. Oh, do I love a little kid with manners. Man, does that stick out to me. And that might be from just doing baseball coaching with the youth for so long, but a kid with manners sticks out so much in such a positive way.
Amen.
It warms my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got a possible fix here for Denny's cat that has just been blowing kitty shit all over his house. It's had the squirts now for a while. I assume that's still an issue there, Denny's?
Hershey squirts?
Oh, yeah, he's
Wow.
nodding his head.
Well, Lorelei had said here that she found out that her cat had kitty IBS and was put on prescription food from the vet's office, but that actually made his symptoms worse. So through some online searching, I found a wonderful company in California that makes pre-mixes for homemade cat food. It comes in a powder form, and you mix it with raw ground chicken from the store and some salmon oil, which I easily found on Amazon, and within days, my cat's symptoms had vanished. Literally had never another issue, and I fed this to my cat exclusively for the rest of its life for another 10 years, and it thrived.
Wow.
Sounds like that's what he needs.
Some of those cats, man, can live quite a long time. I know someone's got a 21-year-old cat.
Wow. How about that?
It can't see, move, blink, or
Yeah.
breathe that well, but it's still kicking.
Yeah.
Quality of life.
Are they sure it's still alive?
I'm making a joke. Please don't email me saying, "Oh my gosh, they need to put that cat out of its misery."
Come on, man. That's
At least
crazy.
that's what they told me. I mean, they could be lying to me. They could say, I mean, that cat could be 16 for all I know. I didn't ID the cat.
Do cats have IDs?
They said the cat was 21. I think cats can live to 21.
Holy shit.
Does it get Carter when it goes to the bar?
I don't know. Or people fucking lying to me again.
It can definitely go to the bar now, and if a cat's going to get a drink, it's definitely going to get a White Russian
Why do you say that?
because it's a milk drink.
Oh, okay.
Cats would love a white Russian.
Oh, I would.
You thought it was some kind of Russian joke?
Yes. And now I'm trying to out cat pun you, and I can't think of anything. I'm too busy Googling if cats can live to 21 or not.
Well, if they can, they deserve a white Russian.
Oh, shit. Absolutely.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, if you're 21 in cat years, it's got to be, what, 110 in human?
I know dog years are 7. What are cat years?
Math.
Yeah, right. We got a ban on that here.
He can't even say it. Much less do it. Why did you go full goat?
Because they're saying an average cat lifespan can live up to 20 years old.
So if dog years are 7, what are cat years?
I don't know, man. I'm just mad that person lied to me. Because I don't think that cat's 21.
It could be.
I guess.
That's some old pussy.
Yeah. Earlier in Random Strong Opinion, somebody had said that the show Friends was mid, that the real big show from the 90s was Frasier. And John was asking, wasn't that a spinoff of Cheers?
Yeah.
And, yes.
Yeah.
It was. In fact, I found Frasier Crane on Cheers to be maybe one of the more annoying characters that I didn't love as much as a Norm or Coach or some of the other people that were on there. And it turned out to be a great show.
Yeah, I think what the Frasier show did was humanize him more and realize that he had some issues.
Yeah, and I think they had a nice little where it was because with him and his dad, and I thought it was just a better dynamic for the character. I thought he was better suited on Frasier, his own show, than he was on Cheers.
It's a big reason, in my opinion, why I think Michael Scott, Steve Carell's character from The Office, is so beloved, because he was funny and he was outrageous and he was goofy. But then when you kind of started to see him have human moments, you go, "Oh, he's really not a cartoon character. He is human," and I think that helps.
Yeah.
I think that helps the character.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Absolutely. Talking about stuff from the 90s that was kind of cool. I love Tommy Boy. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is kind of smart. Sandusky, Ohio, where the movie was set, is going to be having Tommy Boy Fest on August 7th.
I mean,
Oh,
that
that's
would
brilliant.
Smart.
Awesome.
It's smart. They should. I mean, those small little Ohio towns, I know I'm from one. You got to find your own little gimmicks to get people to come in, because otherwise they ain't coming to see you.
Well, your dad was talking shit thinking no one was going to go to that Bigfoot
Yeah.
festival where you grew up, and he
Yeah.
even said, he goes, "I got to say I'm wrong. I cannot believe how many people are here."
Yeah, since I've left town, they have just kind of become a gimmicky little town to get people to come in. They've got the Bigfoot Festival. They do a washboard festival because they're the only, I guess it's the only, I don't know if you call it a factory. It's the only place where they assemble washboards in America now.
Yeah.
And the
Who the fuck is still using a washboard?
But it's gimmicky.
Other than musically.
the military.
Oh.
So they'll send them to Iraq and places like that where you can't have a washing machine. So they still do use washing boards, which you don't know what it is. It's just kind of a grater thing where you have a tub and you put your clothes in there and you run it against the board, and it's supposed to do what a washing machine would do. So yeah, that's who they're making it for, is the military. But yeah, they use them musically when they have the washboard festival. It's all these
gimmicks.
It's a big thing in Cajun music. I play the washboard.
Yeah, so they do Cajun. It's Cajun music. It's country music. What is that? Bluegrass.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Still uses washboard. So they have all those kind of artists come in, and
Oh,
then
they love a fiddle and a washboard.
Yeah.
They got fun little gimmicks that are cute for those kind of towns. What was the pencil
We
sharpener?
have the pencil sharpener museum as well.
Also, the
Yeah.
shittiest pizza this side of the Mississippi.
That's a gimmick.
Pizza that eats like lead.
I mean, I know I've said it before, but I just could not believe how fucking heavy this pizza was.
He's still mad.
I noticed.
I mean, I thought I was carrying 2 bowling balls.
Yeah, so the director of the movie is going to be there for it, and it's the 30th anniversary of Tommy Boy, so they're going to kick off that little fest.
That would be cool if David Spade.
It would be pretty awesome.
Oh my
It'd be a
God.
nice
That
thing
would,
if he
go viral.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
That'd be a good move for him.
It would.
That would be a get for
don't-
them. They need to pay him and get him. He's not going to come for free, but call his people.
Yeah.
Find out how much he would be. That would be a huge get.
It'd also be a cool move on his part. It's just, I
Yes.
mean, it's if I was his management team, I'd go, you might want to think about doing this.
Right. It would be cool. But Sandusky, Ohio could probably pony up about $300. And I don't think David Spade likes people.
He doesn't. I
So,
met him. I
for-
met him in an elevator, and he was not happy about me.
And if he hates people at Disney, man, he would hate the people of Sandusky, Ohio. They are not his kind of people.
We're not getting Farley, so we're going to have to go to Dan Aykroyd?
They have probably better luck at getting Farley.
What about Zombie Farley?
I would probably go more to try to get Chris Farley than I would David Spade. I think you got a better chance of
Zombie
winning that.
Farley would be funny.
You could get Farley's brother, who is an actor.
Yeah, you're right. That would be
you
cool.
You could afford
he
him.
He would, yeah. If he'll take $300.
But then you got to tell him he's got to be Zombie Farley.
Yes, that might be rough. And I thought this might be kind of cool. I'm going to look for this. It's not dropping until October 10th. It's going to be on Prime Video. It's a documentary on the life of John Candy called John Candy, I Like Me, which if you ever saw Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that was the line that he'd had about you don't find out until the end about what's going on in his situation, but he talked about his wife, you know. I like me. He did that whole thing. And so
Yeah,
I
that
thought,
part's heartbreaking.
I thought the naming of it was really good. And he seemed like a guy that just kind of in a sense like Chris Farley, just big guy, big heart, very likable individual.
He seemed like he was a sweetheart. He had a good heart. He seemed like he was a good dude. I don't think I've ever heard any bullshit about John Candy.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be very favorable because it's going to be directed by Colin Hanks, Tom's son.
Okay.
And, you know, Tom was close with John Candy, and they did some projects together.
They did Splash together, and John Candy's character in that movie is awesome.
He was so good in everything. He really was. Uncle Buck and all those. I mean, those are ones that it'd be interesting to maybe go back and show my kids. I wonder if they would like any of those movies that John Candy was in from back in the day. They're all 80s kind of movies, but you know, they're great. He was in Home Alone too, right? He was, I believe in that because he's the guy that had the polka band.
Yes.
That helps get the mom
In the
home
truck.
they had a U-Haul.
A
or
rental
whatever it was.
truck. Yeah.
He's also in Vacation. Sorry, folks, park's closed.
Yeah, he has so many great little cameo spots in movies. And it's produced by a fellow Canadian, Ryan Reynolds.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
so-
We don't like him right now, Kevin.
That's why
lot of heat.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Boy, Ryan Reynolds is doing an ass ton of projects to try to get people to like him again.
He's trying.
He's really working hard. He's like, gosh, my wife has really hurt my career.
It ain't working on me, Ryan.
Okay, so you're not going to watch this then?
Well, I might watch it.
Okay.
The one also, two people, and I have not seen it. I have heard nothing but great things. It's the documentary they did on Gene Wilder on HBO.
Okay.
And
he's cut from the same cloth.
That's what it reminded
Candy
me
came
of.
up. They're Canadian, the SCTV, which was their version of SNL.
That was on Netflix, too.
Was it?
Yep, the Gene Wilder one was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it's still there.
did. I
Maybe,
watched
maybe it
it.
was
It
on
was-
Netflix. I might be getting my networks crossed.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that was a very good documentary. Paul said, "Hey Kev, you were talking about your new love for Greek yogurt and honey. If you're down with that, you're gonna love this spicy local hive. It is Whole Foods raw local hot honey, sweet and spicy on yogurt. It's game changing." I was in Publix and I think I saw that line of the local hive and I think I did buy that, but I saw the hot and I was like, I don't know. Do I want hot with my yogurt?
Try it. Make it savory. Add some salt and pepper and ride that bitch.
Do I want hot with my pooping?
Yeah. Yeah. So I thank you for that. Yeah, I'll give that a shot. In fact, somebody had been telling me about the hot honey. It seems like it's, you know how we always have foods, it's all the rage?
Nashville
honey.
hot. It's
Yeah.
hot right now.
It is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing, Kevin.
So is the term, I know it's not a new term, but you're hearing it. It's savory, but it's sweet. Savory and sweet. Savory and sweet is the big buzz food fuck That's not what I meant.
That's what people call me, a buzzed food fuck.
That's not what I meant to
I've
say.
been called that more than once.
I didn't know what else.
A buzzed food fuck.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I do. It stems from your childhood.
Yeah, no, that is true. I think I might have hit my head when I fell off the roof.
Oh, damn.
I think that's why I get the spins.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I'll just put some ice on it.
Have some Pepto-Bismol. You'll feel better.
Yeah. Works great. Got an email here from Jeremy. He is going to be heading to Portland, Oregon in a couple weeks, and he's going to be staying next to Chinatown by the Willamette River. But I booked a tour at the haunted underground tunnels of Shanghai.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's 14,000 square feet of tunnels, a brewery, and a pizza place. There is a ghost. Her name is Nina, and she roams through the tunnels and pizza shop. Isn't that another euphemism for vagina?
Well, that's what my sister could never say the word vagina, so she'd always call it a nina.
A nina,
so
yeah.
nina in my family.
Hey, you want to go explore some Nina tunnels?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Nina was a hoe as well.
Oh.
Yes, according to the legend. Yeah, he said the place is called Old Town Pizza. And
Pizza?
Nina?
Vagina?
I mean,
Are you trying to make him hard?
yeah, Nina apparently has been there over 100 years. And they say if you smell a faint waft of perfume,
And tuna.
you might also see her in a black dress. Well, she has to wear the perfume to cover up the tuna smell.
You're turning my stomach now. My boner's going down.
Your boner crawled inside you.
It says that it was in 1880 that 3 successful lumber barons built the Merchant Hotel on this block, and Old Town Pizza now sits in the original hotel lobby. The Merchant Hotel was known for prostitution, and as legend goes, one of the young working women was Nina, sold into this life by a thriving white slavery market. In an effort to clean up the neighborhood, traveling missionaries convinced Nina to share information in exchange for freeing her from a fate she did not choose. Nina cooperated, but soon afterward was found dead in the hotel, now Old Town Pizza.
Dead Nina?
Dead Nina. She was thrown down the elevator shaft, and she's reported to have now never left the building.
Damn.
Whoa.
That's juicy.
So many twists and turns.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Portland is a cool town. I know we all went together, didn't really get to explore much, but everything I saw, it seemed very eclectic and very cool. I enjoyed my time there.
I explored a lot. I went on foot by myself, and I had a ball.
Okay.
I think Portland is so funky and fun.
I had one of the worst times of my life.
Okay. All right, it's kind of all over the place.
Yep.
But that was your first time in a dispensary, like a legit.
That was the only part that I liked. That was, but yeah.
Oh,
God, I hated that trip. Hated it.
I loved seeing a new area of the country that's so different from anything I've ever seen. I had never been to a place like Portland. It was a little hippie town, and normally that doesn't appeal to me, but I was really digging it.
But in fairness, you did explore. I did not. So
Yes, I literally went on foot, and I think I tracked it. I ended up walking like 8 miles on foot.
Oh, wow.
I was over bridges.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah.
it's easy to get over a bridge when you fly in a broom.
I'm obviously running from something.
Now, you had said that you are going to be exploring Nashville. You're going to be there when the CMA Fest is going on?
I am. So accidentally, I'm going to see my grandma. So I fly into Nashville on Friday, and my dad is the one that gave me the heads up. He was like, hey, the airport's going to be crazy. And I'm like, why?
Tomorrow, Friday?
Yeah, tomorrow, Friday. The airport's going to be crazy because of the CMAs. And I was like, oh, sweet. Possible celebrity sightings.
Okay.
I won't know who I'm looking at, but I'll just start taking pictures of anybody cool in country that I see.
Kind of like me. I was sitting in a rib contest next to a country artist. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I thought he was working promotions.
We got to send Kevin pictures of anybody we think
Do that, yeah.
might be country famous. Kevin, is this country famous?
Yeah.
I'm talking to this guy like he works in the promotions department. I'm like, oh man, these fucking ribs are great, aren't they? I like the saucy ones. He's like, man, you don't sauce up a rib. Don't use sauce on a rib.
It's not about the sauce.
It's not about the sauce. He had some kind of a rib
He
saying.
was mad at you
He was
because
like,
you were judging it by the sauce.
You don't sauce a rib. You eat it dry or something like that.
Okay.
Pussy.
The opposite of pussy.
The opposite of pussy. I wonder if Nina would agree. Yeah, so I'll be there Saturday during the day. I'm going to hang out with Grandma. And then, she only has like about a 4-hour window, and then she gets tired of people. I get it. She's 101.
Yeah.
So we're going to do like a lunch situation, hang out. And then we're going to go to hit Nashville. My sister's getting us a hotel room downtown Nashville for Saturday night.
Okay.
And we're going to go run the streets and see if we can't find some celebrities on the loose.
Yeah, I sent you the itinerary for that day for the CMA Fest, and they have some solid acts they're going to be playing during the day, and then the big things are happening at the football stadium at night. Blake Shelton is going to be on.
I know that stadium well. I've walked over there for a Saints game before.
Okay.
It's actually a great little town to go walk to a game, stay downtown, walk across that bridge to a football game. It's very cozy.
Yeah, great time of year, good weather, all that stuff. So, yeah, during the day they're going to have it different little amphitheaters. I think the Riverfront Amphitheater they have there has got some shows. So
I'm going to go to some like other bars too, like Santa's Pub. I'm going to go explore and see if anybody's in those, because Santa's Pub is like off the beaten path.
Yeah.
But like Ed Sheeran has played there. A bunch of celebrities go there when they're in town for anything.
No, I'm sure you'll keep it together. I'm sure you'll be cool.
I will not be cool. I'll be obnoxious. I'll be sending Kevin pictures. Kevin, is this country famous?
it's just everybody, photos of everyone.
Everybody. Just random tourists.
The bar back.
I would imagine unless you see them on a stage with a damn guitar in their hand, they're probably not country famous.
I'm going to send you pictures of anybody I see with a cowboy hat. Kevin, is this guy famous?
Yeah. That's the one thing that I have gathered. Every country star that I talk to, I'm like, so do you like Lower Broadway? They're like going, I wouldn't be caught dead in Lower Broadway.
That's amazing.
You are crazy.
Yeah, Lower Broadway is a lot. It's like Bourbon Street on steroids and country.
Right. Yeah.
And you like country?
I like 90s country. I want to run into George Strait. I want some Brooks and Dunn. I want to see Reba. I don't give a shit about the current guys.
You old? I'm throwing stones. I listened to some George Strait coming into work today.
Check yes or no.
The Cheyenne song.
Oh.
The still Cheyenne. I don't fucking know. It's good. It's a good song.
I can
though.
still make Cheyenne.
Yes, that's it. That is a jam.
That's a great song.
Kevin don't know about that 90s country.
He don't know.
He don't know
Yeah. Not much. I don't. Well, today is National Moonshine Day.
Ooh.
We have some. Just saying.
Right.
Moonshine living in my belly.
You want to belly up to our KVJ teat?
No, I got shit to do. But later on, I would.
Pussy.
I'll drink it later. Please, still believe in me.
I'll be busy later.
All right. Well, our moonshine schedule just doesn't work out today.
I'll catch you next year.
We can always FaceTime and moonshine together.
True.
That's depressing.
Little shout out to our moonshine makers, Sugar Tit Moonshine.
Sugar Tit!
They're in Sugar Tit, South Carolina.
That was the teat I spoke of.
So did they not listen to our program before and they listen now because of...
I think they knew of it, because they're originally from Port St. Lucie, and I think they might be coming back.
That's right.
Bob up there.
Okay.
And yeah, so they were just up there. I think it was a KVJ Nation that kind of pointed them out, saying, hey, they're talking about your moonshine place. And then, yeah, I've even seen, if you see Sugar Tit in the KVJ TV chat, that's Bob in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome, Bob.
Mm-hmm. And his wife, of course, fantastic as well. And Goob, who's not far from Sugar Tit up there in the Clemson area. He and his wife are celebrating their 32nd anniversary. So a little shout out to you guys. He's going to be in South Florida coming up this weekend.
Oh, good old Goob.
The old Goobs.
We love you guys.
Yeah, so good stuff. One more day to get to that weekend, y'all. Hopefully you guys are here for the Friday KVJ show. We'll see you back here then.